Good evening. To do the useful thing, to say the courageous thing, to contemplate the beautiful thing, that's enough for one man's life. Welcome to BMC News Live in English, brought to you by Al Hilal Hospital and Medical Centers. I am Vinod Narayanan, joining you with the daily news updates. Today's headlines. Registration open for Pope Francis landmark mass at Bahrain National Stadium. 115 international organizations praised Bahrain's efforts in promoting democracy and human rights. Kuwait expressed full support to Saudi Arabia. 3 UAE expatriates feature in the top 100 richest Indian list. Mallikarjun Kharge won Congress presidential elections with over 7,800 votes. News in detail. Registration open for Pope Francis landmark mass at the Bahrain National Stadium. Registration is now open for worshippers hoping to attend Pope Francis public mass during his landmark tour of Bahrain next month. Thousands of people are expected to congregate at the Bahrain National Stadium on November 5th in a milestone movement for the Catholic faith in the country. The stadium has a capacity of 24,000 and is mostly used for football matches. It is not yet known how many people will be in attendance for the event, which will begin at 8:30 a.m. The official website for the papal visit states that registration will be online only, with places reserved for members of the Southern Vicariate. The open-air mass will be a highlight of a busy 4-day visit to the region, which starts on November 3rd, during which the pontiff will also meet national and religious leaders and visit churches and a local school. Registration details can be found on the papal website. The message of the papal visit to Bahrain is peace on earth to people of goodwill, and the logo shows the flags of the Holy See in Bahrain cradling on olive branch, symbolizing peace. This emblem represents the commitment of people and nations to encounter each other free from prejudice and in a spirit of openness as brothers and sisters. 115 international organizations praised Bahrain's efforts in promoting democracy and human rights. A total of 115 international organizations for promotion of democracy and human rights across the world have expressed their appreciation of Bahrain's democratic experience that spans 50 years of democratic practice and the establishment of a state of institutions and law. The organizations commended the progress of the Bahraini experience under the auspices of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa that placed the kingdom at the forefront of the countries in the region in vitalizing the parliament and popular participation. In a statement, the organization said that Bahrain's experience, rooted in its national and exemplary dimension, has deepened. The Charter affirmed deep commitment to the democratic approach, popular participation, the establishment of a state of institutions and law in Bahrain and the launch of democratic practice and parliament in conjunction with the reforms by His Majesty the King. Bahrain and Monaco signed Memorandum of Understanding in regulating marine yachts. His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa, representative of His Majesty the King for Humanitarian Works and Youth Affairs, met with Prince of Monaco, His Serene Highness Albert II. His Highness Sheikh Nasser conveyed the greetings of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa to His Serene Highness Prince Albert II and His Majesty's wishes for the country for further progress and prosperity. The two parties signed a Memorandum of Understanding in the field of developing and regulating harbors and marine yachts. The meeting discussed cooperation in various fields, especially in organizing ports and seaports to serve the ship traffic, yachts and contribute to the marine transport development, and highlighted ways to create a digital window for yachts in support of the tourism sector in Bahrain. His Highness stressed the Memorandum of Understanding's importance in making the kingdom a hub for ports and yachts, given the extensive experience that the Monaco Yacht Club possesses in this field and support of Bahrain's Economic Vision 2030. Industry and Commerce Minister attended a GCC Entrepreneurship Forum. Minister of Industry and Commerce Zayed Al Zayani participated in the launch of GCC Entrepreneur Forum, and consultative meetings between GCC Ministers of Industry and Commerce and a wide selection of GCC entrepreneurs. The Minister affirmed that this participation reflects the importance of joint work to support entrepreneurship in the GCC through the development of cooperation mechanisms and spreading awareness of GCC procedures and laws, in addition to promoting joint Gulf work in the SME sector. The forum aims to create a suitable environment for entrepreneurship through workshops and sessions, as well as discussing various aspects related to the GCC entrepreneurship system and the most important challenges and recommendations to enhance the entrepreneurship environment. It included a brainstorming session and several discussions that focused on entrepreneurship environment enablers in the GCC, the impact of entrepreneurship and innovation on food and environmental security, and opportunities and challenges for GCC entrepreneurs. Bahrain participated in World Health Summit. A delegation from the government hospitals headed by Dr. Ahmed Mohammed Al Ansari, the chief executive of the government hospitals, took part in the World Health Summit 2022, which convened in Germany from October 16 to 18 under the theme Together for a Healthier and More Sustainable Tomorrow. The World Health Summit is considered one of the main international health gatherings and focuses in cooperation with the World Health Organization. Dr. Ahmed Mohammed Al Ansari affirmed that Bahrain's participation in the summit comes within the framework of its keenness on supporting the efforts to protect the health and achieve the sustainable development goals in the health sector. The World Health Summit this year focused on global risks and threats, including climate change, deterioration of the ecosystem, epidemics, natural disasters, conflicts, violence, digital transformation, investment in the health field, challenges to the comprehensive health coverage, guaranteeing the existence of a smarter monitoring system, and building strong and resilient health systems. Tourism Minister urged concerted efforts to revitalize tourism sector. Tourism Minister Fatima bint Jafar Al Sairafi has stressed the importance of stepping up efforts by all stakeholders and workers in the tourism sector in order to give the sector greater impetus in light of the statistics that confirms that it has fully recovered from the impacts of the coronavirus pandemic and the kingdom's readiness to host mega events, such as the opening of the new Bahrain International Exhibition and Convention Center, the Bahrain F1 Grand Prix, the Bahrain International Air Show, among others. While receiving here today the chairman and members of the Association of Bahrain Tour and Travel Agents, the minister underlined the Tourism Ministry's support for all partners in the tourism sector in order to achieve the shared goals of boosting the sector, continuing to enhance performance and achieving higher occupancy rates. Minister Al Sairafi highlighted Association of Bahrain Tour and Travel Agents' role as a civil institution representing the owners of private tourist establishments, stressing that the doors of the Ministry of Tourism are always open to listen to and discuss the association's visions and implement the appropriate ones within the available capabilities, in accordance with the procedures and laws and within the Kingdom's Tourism Strategy 2022-2026. Tomkin held its third board meeting of 2022. The Labour Fund held its third Board of Directors meeting to oversee the progress of the implementation of the strategic plan and ongoing operations during the third quarter of 2022. His Excellency Sheikh Mohammed bin Isa Al Khalifa, Chairman of the Board of Directors, emphasized Tomkin's alignment with the vision and priorities outlined by the government in the Economic Recovery Plan and the national strategies that relate to it, further highlighting Tomkin's role alongside members of Team Bahrain in fulfilling these plans. During the meeting, the Board of Directors reviewed the latest updates regarding the programs and initiatives, which included a continued increase in the number of new enterprises supported, with the number of reaching double the target of 2022 at 1,935 enterprises. Today's COVID updates. COVID updates brought to you by Al Hilal Hospital and Medical Centers. Now we will be back after a very short break. Welcome back. The 16th branch of Megamart and Macromart supermarkets in Bahrain has opened in Sahala. The best offers are available to the customers at affordable rates. Everyone is welcome. During and around the opening day, a variety of fish including salmon, meat and dairy products, roastery, frozen items, food and non-food items, groceries, fruits and vegetables, electronics, garments and ready-to-eat food items are available to the customers at affordable rates. Hearty welcome to all. Megamart and Macromart, your favorite shopping destination.
The exclusive franchisee of Cochin Kala Bhavan in Bahrain, with over a decade of existence in Bahrain. Exclusive online regular classes have started for classical dances, music vocal, instrumental music, cinematic dance, Kathak, Zumba body fitness, karate and yoga, drawing, arts and craft, children's theatre. For more information, please call 3909 6845 3909 4806 3885 2397 or visit www.bahrainmediacity.com. Since 2006, Magnum Imprint have been offering high standards of quality with our professional team that delivers all your advertising and promotional requirements efficiently and promptly. For more details, please contact 39887088 or 33856330 or 33542530.
Welcome back. Saudi Crown Prince launched National Strategy for Industry. His Royal Highness Prince Mohammed bin Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, Crown Prince, Prime Minister and Chairman of the Council of Economic and Development Affairs, has launched Saudi Arabia's new National Strategy for Industry in line with the objectives of the Saudi Vision 2030. The strategy aims to build an industrial economy that attracts investment, contributes to achieve economic diversification and develops the kingdom's domestic product and non-oil exports, Saudi Press Agency reported. The National Strategy for Industry focuses on 12 subsectors to diversify the industrial economy in the kingdom. More than 800 investment opportunities worth 1 trillion Saudi riyals have been identified, constituting a new chapter of sustainable growth for the sector. This will achieve ambitious economic returns for the kingdom by 2030 and include tripling the industrial domestic product and doubling the value of industrial exports to reach 557 billion Saudi riyals. The National Strategy for Industry is also working to bring 1.3 trillion Saudi riyals for additional investment in the sector and to increase exports of advanced technology products by around 6 times, in addition to creating tens of thousands of quality, high-value jobs. Kuwait expressed full support to Saudi Arabia. Kuwait has expressed its unequivocal and complete solidarity with Saudi Arabia regarding criticism received after recent decision by OPEC Plus to reduce oil production. In a statement, Kuwait's Foreign Affairs Ministry praised the kingdom's contribution and its role in confronting regional and international challenges, including its role in protecting GCC interests and peace and security to the world. The statement, quoted by Kuwait news agency, noted that the OPEC decision followed study of the performance of world economy away from politics. 3 UAE expatriates feature in the top 100 richest Indian list. The combined wealth of India's 100 richest grew $25 billion to touch $800 billion as post-pandemic demand revival powered its economy to become the 5th largest in the world, surpassing the UK. 3 non-resident Indians living in the UAE, M.A. Yusuf Ali, chairman of Lulu Group, Joy Alucas, chairman of Joy Alucas Group, and Miki Jagtiani, chairman of Landmark Group, retained their place in the prestigious Forbes list of 100 richest that was topped by Gautam Adani, India's infrastructure tycoon, with a wealth of $150 billion. Yusuf Ali, whose Lulu Group runs one of the fastest growing hypermarket supermarket networks in the world, was ranked 35th with a wealth of $5.4 billion. Alucas, who owns one of the largest jewelry networks in the Middle East, was positioned 69th with a fortune of $3.1 billion. He is the only Indian jeweler who could find a spot among the top 100. The 73rd ranked Jagtiani's wealth was being estimated at $2.9 billion. The second richest Indian, according to Forbes, is Mukesh Ambani, chairman of Reliance Industries, the oil and gas to telecom giant, with $88 billion. Between them, Adani and Ambani now account for 30% of the total wealth of India's 100 richest. 99 children died from acute kidney injury this year in Indonesia. Almost 100 children in Indonesia have died from acute kidney injury this year, a health ministry official told reporters on Wednesday. Health ministry spokesman said that officials had identified 206 cases up to October 18th, with 99 fatalities recorded, Reuters reported. The rise in fatalities comes as Gambia's government probes the death of 70 children from acute kidney injury linked to paracetamol syrups used to treat fever, which contained excessive levels of diethylene glycol and ethylene glycol. FIFA vows to improve Indonesian soccer safety after tragedy. The president of soccer's world governing body met with Indonesia's president on Tuesday and pledged to help improve stadium safety to prevent a repeat of a tragedy in which police fired tear gas at a match, causing a crash that killed 132 people as spectators attempted to flee, said Associated Press. He said FIFA will work closely with the government, the Asian Football Confederation and Indonesia's Football Association to ensure that the Under-20 FIFA World Cup to be hosted by Indonesia next year will run smoothly. The October 1st tragedy at a stadium in East Java's Malang city that killed 132 people including 43 children was one of the world's deadliest sporting disasters. About 580 spectators were injured, the government said. Mallikarjun Kharge won National Congress presidential elections with over 7,800 votes. Mallikarjun Kharge was elected as the new Congress president on Monday after he secured 7,897 out of the 9,385 votes polled. His rival Shashi Tharoor, however, sprung a surprise by securing 1,072 votes. Mr. Kharge is the first non-Gandhi leader after 24 years to occupy the party's top post. Tharoor's election agent alleged serious irregularities in Uttar Pradesh during International Congress presidential election. In the letter written to Congress Central Election Authority Chairman Madhusudanan Mistry, Shashi Tharoor's election agent Salman Soos has stated irregularities in UP election. The irregularities flagged by were use of unofficial seals for ballot boxes, presence of unofficial persons in the polling booths, voting malpractice, no polling summary sheet, and presence of AICC secretaries in charge of Uttar Pradesh. With that, we come to the end of today's news. Stay tuned for daily news updates in BMC News Live English at 7:30 p.m. every day. I'm Vinod Narayan signing off from BMC News Live. Good night.